Welcome back to another video, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing my Wildcard NFL weekend reactions plus my Divisional weekend predictions. So I'm doing a bit of a double whammy because there's only 4 divisional games. Didn't really feel like I needed to separate them, so I'm going to be talking about the Wildcard plus also talking about my predictions for the NFL Divisional. Before I begin the video, please sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new and you enjoy the content, and without further ado, let's get straight into the video. This week, I did not do good with my predictions. I only went 2-4. The only games I got right was, I believe, the Chiefs and the Bills. Those are the only 2 games I got right. But we will go through every single one, and I'll give you guys my reactions to each game, because there's a lot of crazy stuff that happened. Again, I'm going to be going through kind of quickly, because I also need to get done with my divisional weekend predictions. But without further ado, the first game we had was the Texans and the Browns. This was a very, very surprising game, because I had the Browns winning this game. But you have to take a look back and see what was going on. Joe Flacco was going insane before the playoffs started, so I really believed in him. He was terrible. He was terrible. 2 interceptions, and they were both pick sixes. The Houston defense played great. CJ Stroud is making another case why he might be the future Patrick Mahomes. And the Houston offense was churning even without Tank Dell. You had guys like Nico Collins going out there for another casual 90-yard receiving day and a touchdown. Nico Collins is actually that guy, and I think the Texans are actually a really dangerous team. The reason why I didn't pick them, because I questioned their youngness and their playoff inexperience. Seems like C.S. Stroud doesn't matter to him. He's looking really, really good. Texans walk away with an easy win. And I know, you have guys like Denzel Ward not being there. Myles Garrett wasn't even that good in the game, though. And Houston's offense just destroyed the Cleveland defense, which I didn't see happening, especially in the passing game. C.S. Stroud went off, and the Texans came away with a huge victory. The next game we got is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins, where we saw the Chiefs win 26-7. This was a dominating game from the Kansas City Chiefs. Not only did their defense look amazing, it seems like the guys that should be going off actually did well, like Travis Kelce and Rashee Rice. Again, the offense is a little bit inconsistent. Definitely a thing that they should be worried about going into Buffalo next week. But I do think that their defense is really, really underrated and did an amazing job only holding the Dolphins to 7 points. Had that deep pass to Tyreek Hill, but otherwise the Dolphins, with the cold temperatures, looked like Tua just couldn't handle it. The defense didn't play that good, and the offense really couldn't get anything going. Chiefs with a very, very dominating win. I did not expect the Dolphins to lose by that much, but I did predict the Chiefs to win. The third game we had, because the Bills-Steelers game was postponed because of the weather, the third game that we actually had was the Packers and the Cowboys, where we saw one of the biggest upsets, I think, in playoff history, the Green Bay Packers beating the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys, Dallas fans, what's going on with their team? Because Jerry Jones doesn't even look like he's happy to be there anymore. Mike McCarthy, do you fire him? And just what a bad performance from Dak Prescott. I don't care if he had 400 yards. That's garbage time. He started off the game horrible, and you guys know it. He started the game terrible. CeeDee Lamb couldn't get it going. They were arguing back and forth. The only guy that really went off on the Dallas offense was Jake Ferguson, and then CeeDee Lamb towards the end of the game, but Ferguson had 3 touchdowns. But the Dallas defense sucked. The Packers destroyed him. Jordan Love looked amazing. Amazing. Aaron Jones on the ground, again, another phenomenal game against Dallas. Seems like he does that every single time he faces them. And their young wide receivers like Dontavian Wicks and Romeo Doubs went absolutely off. And again, this is a big tell, because this is, again, another young team, the youngest team in the NFL to make the playoffs. And they just upsetted the second best team in the NFC based on division placement. This is a very, very surprising one. I did not see this happening at all, but it just shows the Cowboys are frauds. The next game we got is probably the best game of the week, because all the other games were like not even close except for this one. It was the Lions and the Rams. This game was really, really good. The Lions ended up squeaking by 24-23 narrowly, and I think this was probably the game of the week. And I predicted it to be the game of the week. I predicted the Rams to win. I thought it was going to be a bit higher scoring, but it was still a great game. And just cannot count out the Lions, man. Dan Campbell, he coached a great game. The Detroit offense was doing really good, led behind Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Sam Laporta, after having a horrible injury last week, still managed to play and get a touchdown. And the Detroit defense, although they have some areas of concern with their pass defense, their run defense still played great, and they still held the Rams, who are a very, very productive offense, to only 23 points. As far as the Rams go, I mean, you guys have some great talent to look forward in the future. You guys were not meant to be a playoff team this year, But the guys like Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, who I think had a bit of a bad game. But Puka, another massive game. Stafford did sling the ball until he got injured, and then he's still slinging the ball, but hopefully he's okay. But I think what it comes down to is just they weren't able to be consistent enough on the offensive end, and their defense couldn't get as many stops as maybe you would have hoped for. Nonetheless, the Lions are going to move on. A very deserving win, and again, another pick that I didn't get right. 2 more games left out of the reactions. We have the Bills and the Steelers. This will be very, very short. Bills destroyed them. Wasn't even close from a second. I will say that the Steelers offense did look better more near the second half, and the Steelers defense were able to hold the Bills to a couple of possessions where they had to punt. But the first half was a mess. The Bills destroyed them in the first half. They got a little bit of confidence, and I think that Mason Rudolph actually is a very, very capable quarterback. But again, you're facing one of the best defenses in the NFL and one of the most high-powered offenses in the NFL. It's not looking good. Bills with the easy win. Not much to talk about here. Just Bills destroyed them. And last but not least, we have the Bucs destroying the Eagles. Oh my goodness. Like, I thought the Eagles were going to win because, they're still a great team. It shows that they've had so many flaws to their season and how much of a roller coaster they've been on for the end of the season. Like, they were terrible at the end of the season and carried in the playoffs. Jalen Hurts, although I don't think he played that bad, still not play well. Only Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts were the only people that actually do anything. The run game didn't do anything. The defense stinked. I mean, the amount of pressure that they were able to get to Jalen Hurts, the Bucs defense was insane. That Eagles line is one of the best in the league, and they couldn't hold them. I mean, Bucs defense was a great game, and I think they easily deserved it. Another huge upset. The Bucs take down the Eagles. Wow. Now we're done with the reactions, so now we have the full slate, a 4-game window of Divisional, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. Let's get straight into predicting. So the first game that we got is going to be a very, very interesting one. We have the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. As far as the Ravens go, obviously, they're the 1 seed. They had their bye week. But they're still a very, very good team. They're probably, based on record, they were the best team in the league. And without the Niners not being able to beat them, they are right now on paper the best team in the league because they did beat the Niners. And although I think this might cause some trouble for the Ravens defense because the Houston's offense has just been so explosive, for my winner of the game, I have to go with the Baltimore Ravens going to win this game. I will say it's going to be close, though. I'll say 24-21. Ravens are going to win. It's going to be a really close game. I think it really comes down to how C.J. Stroud plays against another great defense in the Ravens. But if C.J. Stroud can have another insane game, then your question goes to Lamar. Can the Ravens offense really... We know that the Houston defense has some things that, although they're not terrible, they have some weaknesses. Can Lamar Jackson deploy those weaknesses into his offensive game? Can he run the ball well? Can he pass the ball well? Can he get the run game involved? But it's mostly about how C.J. Stroud handles that defense. I do have the Ravens winning because I think they are the more experienced team. Again, said that last time, and the Texans ended up winning, but I think the Ravens on paper are the better team. I'm going to have to go with the Ravens, but I do not want to underestimate the Texans anymore. If they win, they have all my trust, but I got to go with the Ravens in this game. The next game we got is my San Francisco 49ers versus the Green Bay Packers. We've had a lot of these conferences ever since Aaron Rodgers faced the Niners in the playoffs. He's 0-4. Does that matter at all? No, because Aaron Rodgers isn't there anymore. It's Jordan Love. The Packers played an amazing game against the Cowboys, and they looked really good. Like, Jordan Love played great. He had one of the best games I think I've ever seen him play, and it was in a playoff game. Obviously, he had an amazing regular season, but even in the playoffs, he just looked amazing. And for my pick, I'm going with my biased pick here because if you're a fan of a team and you're in the playoffs, there's no reason why you shouldn't pick them. Because to be a fan of a team means you always pick them no matter what, and you have that bias. So I will be taking the San Francisco 49ers to win this game, and honestly, they should win this game. They are the better team, I think. It depends on how the Niners defense can handle Jordan Love, but if we can't handle him, this should be, I think, a chill-ish game. I'm not underestimating the Packers. They're definitely a really good team. I'm worried about the upset. I'm worried about the trap game. But as far as my winner goes, I'm going to go with the Niners because they're my team. I got Niners winning, we'll say 31-20. 31-20 Niners win. Hopefully that's the truth. Hopefully they actually win. Just please, Niners, please just win this game. The next game we got is going to be the first Sunday game, and I believe it's the Bucs and the Lions. Yes, it is. Bucs and Lions. Two teams that I incorrectly picked the winner of. This is going to be a good game, though. I mean, both offenses were churning last week. Now, as far as my winner goes, I am going to go with the Detroit Lions winning this game. I just think that the Bucks still have air. I don't want to not count on the Bucks, but I feel like they do still have some weaknesses, especially defensively, that I think that the Lions could exploit. Now, I will say that the Bucks offense was absolutely insane. If they can keep that up against a pass defense in the Lions that was very, very predictable, and the Rams were able to get a ton of yardage, especially with like a guy like Puka Nacua, who had 180 yards in the game. So I think the Lions pass defense definitely is a worry and a good thing for the Bucks. I still think I'll go with the Lions to win this game 27-23. It'll be a very, very good game. It's going to be a good game until the end. I do have to go with the Lions, though, because I think they are the better team overall. And finishing off this week with the last game, probably the best game of the slate just based on competitiveness. On Sunday, we have the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. This has been a game that has happened so many times, and every single time the Chiefs get the better of the Bills. However, this time we are playing in Buffalo. That does help a lot because those conditions are very, very good for a team like the Bills. Bills Mafia behind in the whole crowd. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how Patrick Mahomes handles this. This is going to be a very, very good game. I'm very excited to see this game. A great way to end the division round. Who I got might be the surprising pick. I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs to win this game because the NFL loves Mahomes. They're going to get him the win, and Taylor Swift's going to be there probably, so why would you not give him the win? Like, let's be honest. Like, they should be able to win this game. Like, I'm hoping for a good game, but as far as my winner goes, I gotta go with the Chiefs because the NFL loves Patrick Mahomes. The NFL loves the Chiefs. Why would they not give him another win? And although I think that Buffalo Bills defense might be able to handle Patrick Mahomes, I don't think it's going to be enough. I'll take the Chiefs 30-27. This is going to be an absolute great game, and I'm just going to go with the team that is favored more by the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs, getting the W. And that is my NFL reactions from Wildcard Weekend and my Divisional Round NFL predictions. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new and you enjoy the content, and without further ado, that will do it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!